So, as a result of using the hybrid varieties, you're operating outside of the appellation system entirely. And what has that unlocked for you in terms of flexibility and brand building?
So that's one point that was very important from day one. Even though in Montpellier, in my hometown, there's some research about resistant varietals, it's very, very new. The Germans started with the Swiss and some Italians in the 70s, in the 80s, but none of the varietals that we cultivate, none of the varietals that we purchase to make wines really qualified into the AOP or IGP system in the beginning. So we knew that appellations was not part of the equation. And it was okay because we're in between Malepert and Cabardès in the south of France. And nobody know about these appellations. These appellations are, even for my father, that is a local winemaker, he didn't know these appellations very well. So we said it doesn't matter. The situation would have been different if the estates and we were based in Châteauneuf-du-Pape or in Côte de Bode. Of course, that would have been a different conversation. But where we were in the odd region near Carcassonne, the cost of land is the cheapest in France, and the region is also the poorest of France. So it's a good place to start a lab, and in a way, a lab in experimenting different varietals, and that's why we could build that collective. So Pierre Antonin doesn't only stand for two winemakers; he also stands for a collective of vine growers that want to plant different varietals and that want to help us in our everyday task of making the resistant varietals more known to the regular consumers and to, in our case, younger consumers, because that's, and we'll talk about it later, that's also one of our focus points. Make sure that younger consumers, Gen Z, and soon the Alpha, in the US, you have a little bit of time because they have to turn 21 to drink, but really to be more appealing to them. They don't know what a Pinot Noir is, and a Cabernet Cortis to them is the same as a Pinot Noir. There is no difference. They want to know the story. They want to know what a resistant varietal is and how it affects the winemaking. And I think that that's really important. So to go back to your question, appellations were to us, and I'm saying to us only, were completely irrelevant. And we decided to not pay attention to them. And the beauty is there's a lot of regulations and rules in France already. And at least not sticking to the appellations, then you have a lot of rules that don't apply to you. And that's a big plus.
Well, tell me about the brand and how it's positioned in the marketplace.
So the idea when we started, and, going back to what I said about going to Brooklyn and going to, nice natural wine bars, and the US, especially New York, is really advanced. I thought that they were always very expensive, drinking some famous producers like Nicolas Joly or drinking Marcel Lapierre or Foillard. I mean, it's great wine, but it's always, $35, $40 and above. And our idea was to offer some more affordable natural wines. So that's really what Pierre and Antonin stand for from the beginning. Making wine affordable by the wallet and accessible by the palate, making sure that younger consumers could try a wine with no added sulfites, made with hybrid varietals around, 15 to $20. That was really the key stone of the offer, because no one would never actually try out wines if they were like 30 or 35 dollars on the shelves. They want to take a risk, but calculated risk. They don't know about it. If it's $15, well, I give it a try. If it's 40, then it's a different conversation. So from day one, we knew that we had to be affordable. We knew that we had to offer some value wines.